I had a diagram made of this house. Okay, so she pulls in, and this is where the confrontation took place, right here, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and then your theory is this door was standing open.
That's correct.
And so you think that somebody went running out this back door.
I think there's some reason he held me at the door for the first 5 minutes and then said, oh, okay, let's go in.
Where did this person go?
There's 3.5 acres on Mark's ground. They could go anywhere.
So you think she ran off and hid in the trees?
I definitely think there was somebody in the house. And Mark had just been to my mom and dad's house 2 hours earlier saying how badly he wanted to see me, how distraught he was, that he was so torn up. And my mom called me and she said, you need to go check on Mark. I'm afraid he's going to do something to himself.
Okay.
That's the only reason I went there.
Your car was here. Where was her car?
Her car would have been on the back side of the house.
Did you go look?
That's where Mark always parked. Huh?
Did you go look?
No, I was on a Valium and I forgot. I was so surprised that he met me at the door that way. I've never seen my husband look like that. I mean, he just looked at me like he hated me, and what was I doing there?
Because you called the cops on me.
If somebody asked me to leave their house, I would leave the house.
Because of text messages that are not what you're accusing me of.
But you said you stood here and fought with him for 5 minutes?
Yes.
But you forgot to go back here and look and see if there was a car back here?
No, I tried to get away. I told him, I said, Mark, let me go. I said, you're hurting me. You're going to put bruises on me. My husband had never touched me before like that. He was never mean to me like that before.
I did touch her. She touched me. You were pushing against me.
Mark, you put bruises on me. You were holding me so tight.
But didn't you just say that you were trying to get in the door?
Yes,
and
I had my hand on the door the whole time because when he came outside the door, he held the door shut so I couldn't open it. And I put my hand on his hand and I said, let me in the house, Mark. Let me know that there's nobody in there because you know I'm already suspicious.
Does it sound like she's the aggressor?
He wouldn't let me in.
Why were you driving if you were on a Valium?
I shouldn't have been.
She took
I was going to bed, but my mom called and she said, Vicki, I'm so worried about Mark. She said, I think you need to go check on him. And I just thought, well, I'm just going to have to be really careful.
Well, as long as you were careful.
I know, Dr. Phil. I know I shouldn't have been driving.